today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question reality. Yo, what is that?
You're making us pay for grapes, apples,
Straight up.
things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! You will burn in hell when I'm through with you.
Man exposed to dark truth about money.
The flesh and blood body backs up the authority of this money. Now let me show you how. When you look at the front of the dollar bill, you will see on each side are serial numbers. If you look on the back of your social security card, you will see the numbers on the bottom. The numbers on the bottom are usually in red, represent your blood on the New York Stock Exchange. It represents your physical body.
Dang, we on the stock exchange,
You ever
y'all.
heard about me telling this story when the demons got behind me? The horses?
Nah,
Yeah, man.
you had demons behind you.
No
On
real
horses.
shit. No real shit. I got my car caught a flat on the river road, and I had to walk like 5 miles in the dark all the way home. Horses, one had a red hat, two had a blue hat. They was on horses. They was demons. They was on horses chasing me. I ran all the way to my mama's house. This like 5 miles I ran. My mama would tell you I was crying. I had cuts on my feet, all on my legs, because I was jumping gates.
Huh.
I
Get away
had-
from the demon horse.
Yeah, they were. I saw them. They had a whip in their hand, and they was coming after me fast, and I just kept running. I kept looking back. I kept running, and when I got to my mama door, I was full of blood and I was crying.
Sephora horror
That's
story.
crazy.
The makeup? Yeah, there was a Sephora like lotion. This girl bought it. She put it on her face. Okay. And she woke up covered in wolf spiders. What? All over her face, all over her body where she put the lotion. They looked into it and they found out some ingredients that they put into the lotion, because they're put together, the combination creates the same chemical that's in spider pheromones. So she woke up covered in spiders, bro. And I think they did a test. They like took the lotion and put it somewhere and kept an eye on it over hours and throughout the day. Like more and more spiders would like be attracted to it, because I think it gives off the signal to male spiders of a female spider ready to mate.
So they were just like effing her face?
Yeah, they're just like, that's spider.
The one thing about flat earth.
Yo, that's messed up, man. Imagine you get some makeup or something, or y'all put some of that product on y'all face, and you wake up with a bunch of spiders or bugs all over your face. That's got to be the most creepiest feeling ever.
It does trip me out. Google images of satellites. They're just all.
There's no real pictures?
They're all
There ain't none.
graphics?
Yeah, dude. Not a single one is not. This is the one thing that tripped me out. I'm not gonna lie. They're all just like renders. I've never seen a satellite that was real. I'm just saying.
Never.
Flat Earth, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is very strange now that you bring that up. Why would they want to sell us on Earth being round?
That's not the only thing they're selling you on. They're selling you on space as well, because you thinking out of space and all those other planets and stuff
Are real?
like that. Yeah, huh?
You don't think they're real? You don't think sun's real?
No. Sun is real. The sun and the moon is real.
Okay.
But outer space is not.
Yeah, because we haven't seen. Then what is it? What are we
It's
doing?
water over the firmament. Is water.
Or the firmament he's talking
We're in
about.
the ocean right now.
We under the firmament, under the dome, and there's water over the firmament. Says it in the Bible.
Says it there.
The outer space is there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as outer space.
No, and that's the whole thing that got you tricked in why you think the other planets and stuff. The planets are wandering stars that you thinking about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars stuff, is all?
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
We're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah. Why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now though?
Yeah.
How they gonna go to Mars?
Like the whole thing is like we never went back to the moon, right? Like,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Make you think right there, don't it? Oh, you want to go back to the moon?
Not the same as it was.
Another firmament one.
It's just us.
What's the plane reflecting off of?
No, it's not the same. When you gonna tell her?
I mean, it's clearly a reflection there. I know y'all seen
I
that.
think I might have just
Yo, listen to
scientifically
this.
proven the firmament and potentially the flat Earth. As you may know, there's a lot of oxygen up there. In fact, the ozone layer is made up of O3 molecules. That's oxygen triple bonded to itself. Did you know that oxygen freezes at about negative 350 degrees Fahrenheit? Did you know that when it freezes, it turns a sky blue color? And did you know that outer space is negative 450 degrees Fahrenheit? If everything I just said was true, then the very upper levels of our atmosphere that come in contact with space would be frozen oxygen. And right below that layer of frozen oxygen would be the waters above, liquid oxygen. And why would it stay up there? Because whenever it got warm, it would just become a gas and float back up. There's your firmament, folks, and the waters above. Science approved.
Science approved. How y'all feel about that one?
Top our news here at 6 o'clock, an age-old dream becoming a reality. A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use water to run your car.
It's a major breakthrough that will no doubt make motorists happy. And as Ralph Robinson explains, the Pentagon is also showing lots of interest in this project.
Water has always been considered a precious commodity, but Stan Meyer's invention may make it even more valuable. He has developed what's called a water fuel cell. It has taken the place of his old gas tank. The water fuel cell breaks down water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The hydrogen is used to run his dune buggy.
I don't care if you use rainwater, well water, city water, ocean water. If you don't have any fresh water, go ahead and use snow. If you don't have any snow available to you, then use salt water because there's no adverse effect to the fuel cell.
Meyer started working on this project 4 years ago. He's not a scientist. He isn't even a chemist. In fact, he never graduated from college. Myers was determined
I'm
to
running too.
something to protect this country from oil embargoes.
And we have calculated that if we take the dune buggy from Los Angeles to New York, we would roughly use 22 gallons of water.
The Pentagon flew a lieutenant colonel in last week to look at Meyer's invention. There's talk of possibly using it in the Star Wars defense program and to run army tanks. Myers is currently perfecting a
Star
water fuel
Wars
cell for
defense
cars.
program.
It will cost about $1,500. He says it won't need any maintenance, and you won't have to replace it. It'll be at least 2 years before the fuel system goes into mass production. The day it happens will be one the fuel industry hates, but it'll put a smile on the face of those who've had to say at one time or another, fill her up. I'm Ralph Robinson.
As you can see, many patents have already been received, and many more are forthcoming. To date, over 42 patents have been applied for.
Yo, Club Shay Shay, Shannon Shop, featuring Katt Williams, was one of the best things that I guarantee we'll see all year. I'm talking 50 million views in 2 weeks. And y'all don't even know the amount of stuff that he just dropped in that video. He talked about so many things, but one of my favorite things, which I also talked about already, which is Bernie Mac, and how the Kings of Comedy tour, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, etc., all hated on him because he was simply funnier than them. Katt Williams comes on and sets the record. Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley, both came on to Club Shay Shay and said some things that simply weren't true, which of course led to Katt Williams telling the truth and then saying even more. He talked about how Steve Harvey stole his origin story about being homeless. Steve Harvey was never homeless. That was word from Katt Williams. He talked about how him and Luda were both invited to a secret society party. There were 2 deals made. One leaves with 200 million, and then one gets to be featured in 20 movies with an additional 200 million, but had to cut off their sideburns and their mustache. But this one, he was most adamant about. Katt Williams came on the show to first state that Cedric the Entertainer is a fraud. He doesn't write his own jokes. He isn't funny. And he even went as far as stealing Katt Williams' jokes early on in his career. Came to a comedy show, told him congratulations, good job. And then went along in 2000 to steal the joke and use it on Kings of Comedy. And I'm pretty sure the proof's already out there. I'm pretty sure videos and everything are already merged connecting the 2 videos. So once you see that, you'll be able to tell that almost everything else that Katt Williams mentioned can't be too far out of reach, if not true. Then went along to say that Kevin Hart was an industry plant, which I was kind of scratching my head at, but I was very... Katt said, who have you seen before him and who have you seen after Kevin Hart come into the industry and already have a lineup of movies and shows already set up for him? Which of course does make you wonder because he's right, it hasn't happened since. He goes on to talk about how he was also blackballed multiple times throughout his career, and that's why he is where he is today, working alone by himself, independent. He said he warned everybody about R. Kelly before it came public that he was doing what he was doing, and everybody knew. Katt also mentioned that he was blackballed after telling people about Harvey Weinstein, who of course was later convicted of sexual assault, or even the man that some of y'all just figuring out about, and I don't know how. Katt Williams even talked about exposing P. Diddy prior to his allegations going on now. Allegations. Williams at all. And if y'all want me to go in deeper detail with any one of those topics, feel free to drop it in the comments and let me know. Shannon was a great host, and Katt Williams was an even greater guest. Two God-fearing men, and God always wins. The truth will be set free. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Today, a clear illustration of the swelling numbers of migrants at the U.S. southern border.
This is clearly a ploy to get millions of illegal immigrants to be registered as Democrats and become citizens. If they really cared about people seeking asylum, they would have been way more prepared than what they are now. When you have mayors in sanctuary cities begging for help, you know they weren't prepared. I would honestly bet that over 50% of people who come to our border aren't actually seeking asylum. They're coming here because they can obviously get a place for free. And where is everybody going? We already have a housing crisis with tons of homeless people. Legitimately, where is everybody staying at?
That is true. Hey, Denver does have a lot of homeless people. When I went out there to visit, man, there was homeless people left and right. And then you got hundreds upon hundreds of people just flooding the town now. I wonder what's going on with that, man. They probably are using the people for the votes. That's something I never really thought about. You know, they moving these people to certain states so then they can register to vote during the election, which is coming up this year. Man.
I'll hear about the 200-year-old church that just collapsed in Connecticut. A 200-year-old church built in the 1600 somethings just collapsed. In a synchronous turn of events, I happened to be in Connecticut. I went down and saw it today, and I'm going to share some videos with you in just a minute. But while I was there, I got some of the insider info that there was a woman in the back of the church who heard the crumbling start and ran out the back door, and she escaped it. And so far, they believe that nobody else was inside and that nobody was injured, which is quite miraculous when I show you this video of what it looks like now.
Look at it. That's an ancient building right there. That must ancient. I don't know when that was built, but man, they got these all over the world. These type of buildings that are supposedly churches or whatever. And my theory is, right, they be trying to get rid of these things in a lot of major cities. It's kind of like to destroy the history, you know, so eventually you won't even have to explain what it is no more because it's not there anymore. That must have just collapsed, huh? I don't know about that. We're going to have to get John Levi on the channel, man. John Levi going to have to tell us what he think. He think a building like that could just collapse?
Police discovered an underground tunnel under a synagogue in New York City. A man claimed that there were Jews under his apartment. He said, "I hear them like they are digging or something. For the record, I live at ground level and we do not have a basement." The tunnel's about 60 feet long and extended under multiple different buildings in the vicinity. At least 10 people have already been arrested, and not only is this a major risk for the surrounding buildings, but many are concerned what these tunnels were actually used for, especially because the Jewish Children's Museum can be found on the corner directly to the east of the headquarters. Not only that, but the things that were being pulled out of the tunnel were interesting, like stained mattresses, and all of this this was found, they started to vacate the synagogue immediately, and this erupted in a riot. Now, this story is still developing, so I'll be sure to update you
Oh,
guys
that's
when I
crazy.
get new information.
Them was wild.
What is the fucking matter? What is the deal?
It's not. Oh no, it's a spirit or something up in there. Dogs be seeing things. They can sense stuff. Look. No. I would not sleep in that bed. That room look creepy anyway.
Get in here.
So I found this abandoned Sonic restaurant, and apparently there's actually been like 2 kids that have been kidnapped here, like a few months ago. So it's like all abandoned, it's all boarded up, and it's really creepy. I don't know if there's something like staying here, but really creepy. I'm trying to get inside this, but it's boarded up. I'm kind of freaked out because I feel like there might be some here. I don't know, but I'm trying to get. What the fuck? Apparently that was just some like bottle. I don't know. Fuck, that scared the shit out of me. I don't know where it came from, dude. Dude, there's a gate here. I try to open it. Try to open the gate. Fuck. What the shit? I'm going. Oh shit, dude. I gotta explore this. Alright guys, next video I'm going in there.
You need to see this. This kid from this movie exposed the government by explaining how they control us.
Leadership in government is political power, and political power is an official form of antagonizing the people.
What magazine did you say he edits?
Just like it says in the Bible, everything that is visible comes from that which is invisible. This is a bar magnet, and there you can see the electromagnetic field. No matter what shape the magnet is, if there's a north and south pole, it will be separated by a plane of inertia, just like this. So what you have is, all atoms are polarized, so atoms have a north and south pole separated by a plane of inertia. So it looks like this, north and south pole. This is what your atoms are doing. That's an apple, and it's just like your atoms, because there's a cone at the top of the apple and a cone at the bottom, made by this, the hourglass shape, which literally makes this shape. Okay? And that's the crown chakra in India. This is what produces the bottom of a pine cone, the face of a sunflower. It's the Sahasrara crown chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus. And this is made when your energy goes all the way up your 7 chakras. 4 petals, 6, 10, 12, 16 equals 48, times 2 is 96. 96 plus 48 is 144, times the 1,000-petal lotus is 144,000. Just like it says in the Bible, 144,000 will be saved and go to the new Garden of Eden, the new heaven. And because heaven is your head. So here's your eye. We live on the islands, on the iris. And Saturn and Jupiter are this way. Everything that is visible, like the light from Saturn, because Saturn is just a light. It's known as a luminary. It's not physical. Everything that is visible comes from that which is invisible. Your electromagnetic field. Okay? It's pressure mediation. The electromagnetic field is going under, over, beneath, over, under, over, beneath. And then it does this giant loop. Okay? That's the electromagnetic field. It's the hyperbola, the hourglass shape, the arbol, hyperbola, shambhala, the Garden of Eden. It's like a palm tree. Okay? There's the dream catcher, because it's the electromagnetic field. Once you produce this, see, this is called ultraviolet light, the crown chakra. It's high frequency short waves. It goes positive, negative, positive, negative. This is low frequency long waves. Positive, negative, positive, negative. That one goes positive. See what I mean? High pressure to create this the one that goes all the way around.
Food. Anything that's the opposite of that, we can't call it food. So unfortunately, the sad standard American diet, or what they call SAD, we can't consider this food that we eating here in America as food, because it's not giving us vitality. It's not rebuilding or replacing or rearranging our proteins, or what we call amino acid structures. It's not giving us our phytonutrients, our macronutrients, or our micronutrients. So it's not giving us power of will to live. What we eating is actually killing us. It's taking from us. So we can't call that a food. We can call that a murder weapon, but we can't call it food.
These are the 12 zodiac signs. Inside you see the planets that rule. Now, I call these luminaries because they're not planets. I mean, we live on a giant plane, and these are just the stars that are revolving above our plane. Okay, they're just revolving around the North Pole. Now, what's happening is Mars rules Aries, Venus rules Taurus, Mercury rules Gemini, and so forth. You can see them all here. Now, the sun doesn't rule Aries, obviously Mars does, but the sun exalts here, the moon exalts here, Jupiter exalts in Cancer, Saturn exalts in Libra, Mars exalts in Capricorn, Mercury exalts in Virgo, and Venus exalts in Pisces. So the point is, the sun takes a year to go around each sign, so it spends 30 days in each sign. 30 times 12 is 360, hence 365. The moon spends 2 to 2.5 days in each sign, so it takes a month or 28 days. The Saturn takes 28 years or 30 years to do a full cycle, because it spends 2 to 2.5 years in each sign. Jupiter spends 1 year in each sign. Jesus and his 12 apostles, because Jesus is you, it's humanity, and it's the sun, but it's also Jupiter, because Jesus versus Satan is Jupiter versus Saturn. So Jupiter and the 12 apostles takes 12 years to go around. Mars takes twice as long as Earth, and it's 720 days. That's 2 360s. And Venus takes 225 days to go all the way around. I put Aries here all the way to Pisces, so it looks just like that. Aries all the way to Pisces. So we've given these constellations these shapes or animals to represent them. Now the point is this: the sun is 30 days in each sign, but look at Pluto. I haven't told you about Pluto. Pluto, it takes 248 years for Pluto to go around. So look, Pluto spends 11 to 31 years in each sign. So right now Pluto is in Capricorn. It's 2021. So until 2024, Pluto will be in Aquarius. So Pluto is going around until it's in Capricorn, and it's going to go to Aquarius. But remember this, Capricorn, see, Pluto doesn't just go one direction the whole time. It retrogrades, it goes back, then it goes forward, then it goes back, then Aquarius, then back. So it's going to go to Aquarius, then it's going to go back to Capricorn, then it's going to go back to Aquarius, and finally keep going, and then go back. So it's going to go in Aquarius for a little bit, put its feet in the water, and then finally sit in there. Pluto enters Aquarius for the first time in March of 2023. Then it goes backwards on May 2nd of 2023. Then Pluto goes back into Capricorn in June of 2023 until October of 2023. Then it returns to Aquarius in January of 2024. Then it does one final retrograde on May 2nd again, and then it enters Capricorn on September until October. Then it finally enters Aquarius again in November of late 2024. Boom, the age of Aquarius.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that Cosmic Glossary channel, pretty enlightening. All the books and all the stuff that he's written down, man, it reminds me of the old high school days, taking notes. I ain't took notes in so long, I probably should start. I might have some knowledge like him. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.